You see, it even does the little click at the end of the AI tune. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Missed the whole week. Didn't really do many drawing streams. So hopefully this will make up for it. It really won't. Uh, there was a story that we covered on Pat's show of this woman who, I guess, murdered her court appointed, um, I don't know, guardian or whatever. The guy gave her a job to go work in his food truck or something like that. And she had just been bailed out, apparently on an attempted murder for someone else. Anyway, she killed him, stole his vehicle, all this stuff, went on a crime spree and all that. So we'll draw her. The other woman is a woman who beat her mother to death, but she's getting a new trial because they say she might be crazy. Yeah. So anyway, those will be our subjects for art on this particular catch-up stream. Yeah, because after this, I don't know. I might do one for Sunday comics if I'm able, but we'll have to see about that. Oh yeah, I drew a picture of Lobo for one of my Nailsin ratings videos. But anyway, all right. So I'm already forgetting this broad's name. Yeah, okay. I can look it up real quick. Yeah, Alaska woman. Sarah Dayan. Sarah Dayan. Okay. Well, we'll be drawing Sarah Dayan. But it is unexpected. Yeah, I know, but I figured, well, might as well. I guess I'll put her in a prison jumpsuit. I mean, she's kind of bundled up in her mugshot, but it's really cold up there, you know? Even colder than here. Oh, much colder. But it seemed like she had quite the criminal history already. And yeah, it'd be fine. And this guy had given her, a job in his food truck type thing. It's like a restaurant on wheels. And she just up and kills him, the day she was released. So I guess that just wasn't going to work out. And since it happened all rather quickly, I don't know if she'll make some kind of defense. He came on to me. Well, I can't get his side of the story now because, you killed him. You stole his crap and ran. So, yeah. Now the mugshot, I don't know when, maybe that was the initial one when she got booked and everything before she was released to this guy, because she's got quite the little smug, happy face here. And considering what she's done now, probably not the best expression to have, but yeah. But then again, the act was, of course, evil. But hey, does that mean she's necessarily? Yeah, it usually does. But I don't know. The article didn't give a whole lot of details, but they thought that would be fine. This guy could take her to his little business there and she'd learn how to uh, work in a restaurant on wheels. And oh, it would be great, and you learn a responsible trade and all this sort of stuff. Um, and this guy would be there making sure she stays out of trouble and all that. And everything will be fine. It'd be great. And then, well, she killed her. And that plan didn't work out. I don't recall. I don't think we spent a lot of time on the story. No, kind of obvious of what should have happened, but it didn't go that way. Yeah, let's strip here, there. Yeah, look at that. So I imagine she's got one of those suits in prison, Unless it's so damn cold, they have to be in parkas all the time. And maybe that's the dress code for Alaska. I don't know. So I finished up New York City Crime Report. That should be out later today on censored.tv, or, well, compound censored, I guess. After a merger, you always forget. Hey, there's a new title. It's kind of like, hey, it's 2025. Stop writing 2024. Yeah. But anyway, that was it's a good deal. I animated a video for it and all that good stuff. Um, then after that, I had to finish up the Mr Nailsin Show, which will be out at some point tomorrow with a new episode of Sun King, which, of course, is the Superman parody, similar to the Night Night Batman parody. See? Along with a bunch of Nelson Knows stories. Didn't do one of this one. And since that was on Pat's show, I didn't see the point of repeating it. I mean, I could do a different take on it or whatever, I guess. Did this strange story about there's claims that in some cases the COVID vaccine caused this woman's breast to grow to double G size. um, it's, it's a bizarre story, and they really didn't have any other accounting for what the cause could be otherwise. So I don't. But then again, I was like, hey, wait a minute, we might be sitting on a gold mine here. So you can figure out how to make that work. Well, that's it for the breast implant industry and all that type of stuff. But I don't know if you'd want double G, because that's massive. So and yeah, she had reduction surgery, but it's like it got it down to double D. Because she kept losing a lot of blood during the procedure, so they had to just, this is as far as we can go, stuff like that. And it's, jeez. So maybe that was the point of the whole global experiment, you know. So anyway, that was that story. The other one was, oh yeah, this porn star did that, which is the thing that's been going on for a while, uh, where these women show up in their tight fitting outfits at the gym and work out, and then tape in, you know, either even just taking a peek or a glance and making it like it's some heinous crime against humanity or whatever. But basically, this guy asked her if she was a trainer or something like that, and she said no. And he said, "Oh, I only asked because you're in great shape, beautifully so." And that was it. And then she said, "This is the reason why women are uncomfortable with going to gyms," or something like that. And I don't know. I guess she wanted to present herself as some sort of feminist hero of some sort, but most didn't go for that, you know. So that was the deal. Uh, I guess they didn't really take her seriously in the endeavor. So then, of course, there's Sun King on the show, and then a final story. This woman who gets picked up for a DUI, and she decides that her tactic to get out of this would be to flirt with the police officer. Um, well, it's all on body cam and everything, so you know he really couldn't go for that. And so it's a little silly, all the dumb ideas she had about how it was going to work. So it makes for an okay story. And then it ends. That's how that one goes. But if you don't tune in, you won't know what happens in the latest episode of Sun King. Yeah, yeah. Oh boy, there's something mysterious going on and all that. All right, this is the broad who murdered her mother. I think she, let me see, I gotta check again because my memory is terrible. 24-year-old woman who bludgeoned her mother with a skillet and fatally stabbed her over 30 times after she got kicked out of college. Yeah, this was the deal where she didn't her didn't want her mom, well, her mom did find out, I guess, or didn't want her to find. I can't remember. Powell's March brother called school because he could not access his parent portal. He saw in his phone. Okay. But anyway, it's a long-winded story. But she murdered her mother because she just couldn't deal with her finding out that she had been expelled from the university. So, I mean, it's like, oh, maybe mom was a bit harsh in her criticisms of her, and that she was in such fear of the penalty for failure in the eyes of her domineering mother or some crap like that. Yeah. So, in order to spare mom from the bad news that she had failed so miserably at school, she did her the humane thing of bashing her head in with a skillet and proceeding to stab her 30 times. So, but anyway, I guess she gets a new trial because they decided that her mental health was not adequately discussed or determined in her original trial. So I don't know when this particular mugshot was taken that I'm using for the purposes of this drawing, but she does seem rather happy. So I don't know if she just got the news. Hey, you're getting a new trial. Yay! Oh yeah, this is great, huh? If only your mother could see. Oh, well, well. Anyway, good luck with that, huh? Yeah. Let's see. I did a video that'll be out not long from now. I already uploaded it and scheduled to go and all that type of stuff. Uh, about the curious happenings for the Batman and whether or not they'll just go ahead and merge the already established Robert Pattinson version of Batman with James Gunn's DCU, um, which, for the most part, launches with the Superman movie out later. What, in July, I think. Now, he did release this cartoon on Max called Creature Commandos, and that one just reached its conclusion. And I followed it, and wasn't bad. It was pretty good. There's a few things here I didn't care for. Really violent and gory. It's not a cartoon you should allow your children to watch. Um, but it was fun. But technically speaking, that is the first product, if you will, of James Gunn's shared universe of the DC Comics characters, who did make some cameos in this. There was a vision of the future, and since they'd already established what their Superman will look like, you got a pretty good view of him. But this was this dark and apocalyptic future that they had to avoid in the story and all that. And so he was dead, but he was in the suit that they designed for the film. And so the other ones, Wonder Woman was there, and a bit more detail of her because she looked like basically the classic comic book look of the character. And I thought, oh, is that what they're going to shoot for whenever they cast their new Wonder Woman? I don't know. Batman, well, his cape was covering himself up a bit, so couldn't quite tell this was supposed to be the Pattinson Batman or not. Well, and eventually each episode was sort of a character study of the different members of the Creature Commandos. So eventually they got to this character called Dr. Phosphorus, who's an old Batman villain from the 70s. And since, they're going to tell his story and how he came to be, well, either you change it completely or you stay somewhat loyal to its original source material, and you got to factor Batman into it. And, well, they did, albeit just a cameo, of course, but it's really kind of all you needed. So there's this Batman, for the most part, in silhouette, which, you don't have to give too many details away because they still don't quite know how they're going to depict him yet. So there you go. It's fine. But the interesting thing about it was, in the previous little cameo about a possible future where Batman's dead, he even though it was just he was mostly covered up with the cape and everything, it appeared to have like this collar on it, which was similar to what uh, Robert Pattinson's Batman had in his version. So people, oh, that's what it means, you know. But then the cameo for the Dr. Phosphorus episode, which deals with, again, a Batman villain, uh, it looked more akin to the Ben Affleck Batman. Even the pose was very similar to one he had done in the Justice League film. Um, I don't know. Of course, Creature Commandos was something that was going to come out whether they did this DCU thing or not, because it was already kind of underway. So they just said, hey, we'll fit it in. So, I don't know when exactly this one was animated or what. So there's two different versions of Batman. So a slight curiosity. Yes. Probably doesn't amount to a whole lot. Now, the race. All that work I just did. No, the pencil will go away. Oops. Yeah. Sometimes, well, especially with the light glaring onto it, I can't quite tell where I've put the ink and where I haven't. Good Lord, I didn't do the top of her head at all, did I? It's all disappearing. So I think I'll order it again. Let's see, what else did I do? Oh yeah, so there were this recent brief interview with Matt Reeves about you know his Batman being merged in, and he didn't really deny it. So, thought I'd opine on that in my forthcoming video on the subject matter. All right, so I'm just gotta kind of repair this as I clearly messed up. She doesn't have much in the case of eyebrows; they're just barely there. I guess I don't know. I guess she shaved them and then would just draw them on or something. Uh, don't know a whole lot about these things. All right. Oops. This is actually kind of a cheap marker, but it was working pretty good. The odd thing is that I could get another one and it just won't be the same. It's just one that just sort of worked out, and then that's it. It's usually how that goes. Yeah. All right. Let me try another one here. But one can only speculate what led these ladies to murder. Well, one didn't want to work at the food cart thing, and the other one just didn't want her mom to find out she got expelled from school. That is what led them to murder. But, well, one's getting a new trial, and the other, I don't know. yeah. I don't even see this thing anymore. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Boy, I kind of, what is she? Well, it's too late now. Her hair will just have to go this way. Looks like she had part of it pinned up in the back or something. I don't know. There we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Well, there's a couple of stories that just we didn't get to, and I don't know if we'll bring them up next week. I can't remember. I don't think. Yeah, we didn't get to this. It's kind of some of them. That I guess the oldest one would have been like 2 weeks ago or something like that. But by the time you get to next week, so I don't know. Bad, I guess. But there was this one where it was this guy, and again, the article was very brief, but there was a fire, and a good bit of his face was burnt. Part of his ear was burnt off and stuff. And they ended up charging him with murdering the family and kids in the house and all of that. He had set the fire. But I don't know exactly how they came to the conclusion, and especially since he was all burnt because he had gone in trying to get them out. So he's like, that was all a part of his plan. Really? Have his ears burned off? So I don't know. He just, well, I'm going to lose some ears, but it's worth it to put up the illusion that I care. That'll fool them. But it didn't, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. See, you need more details on stories like that. It's important, I would think. All right. Now I'll go and do the break part. And, or will I? Yeah, there it is. Why is it slowing down and stuff? I don't know. Anyway, I got these bits I did for one I did for Crime Report, and the other one, Rob Saul's show. But his kid had this rabbit, and they found it with a broken neck. So, I mean, it's sad. Poor bunny rabbit. But I approached it as, well, this sounds like a murder mystery. So I did this animated video based on the Homicide Hunter guy. Remember that show? And so here we go.
Who killed Buddy the rabbit?
So we've got a dead rabbit. And as the gravedigger's burying it, he notices it's got a broken neck. How'd that happen? One word. Homicide.
Why would anyone kill Buddy?
Seems this Buddy the rabbit lived with quite a few people in that house there. First of all, you got Rob Saul.
No, I wouldn't hurt that little bunny. I mean, my daughter loved that rabbit. I wouldn't have anything to do with that.
I don't know what to make of this guy. I mean, right off the bat, I assumed he was gay. Turns out, though, that his alibi was that he was up all night for about 8 hours talking to some Felicia Fierce lady. And yet, he claims he's not in love with her.
Look, just because I talk to her a lot and I want to have sex with her all the time and I just want to be with her, that's not being in love. Come on, no.
If you can figure this guy out, you're a smarter man than I am. Then there's Ileana.
No, I didn't do it. When that was supposed to happen, I was occupied with a man. 'Cause I cannot pleasure myself, you know? I mean, that's what men are for anyway.
Now that's a likely story. But then again, what kind of psychosis is going on where you never pleasure yourself? Yeah, I gotta keep my eye on this one. Finally, we've got Maya. That's got guilty written all over it. The homicide investigation takes hard work and plenty of experience. Luck hardly has anything to do with it. And speaking of luck, look at poor Buddy. He had 4 rabbit feet. And look where that got him. In a hole in the backyard, that's where.
Who killed Buddy? Tonight on Investigation Discovery.
Unidentified woman. Now, this is also from the New York Post. The first one I read was from the Daily News. The New York Post had more of a detailed sort of report on this, because it says the woman left behind a handwritten note talking about stress, then just walked to the edge and jumped, according to sources. Bottles of medication were found in her apartment. A source said, looks like depression. Local resident Dimitri Wallace, and this is where it gets interesting, because depression is not that interesting. It's,
It's depressing.
It's depression, yeah. It's just, and people always think they're depressed when they're not, like, legally or clinically depressed. Yeah. I mean, 'cause it's a word that has, like, 2 meanings. You could be just like, I'm really down, I'm sort of depressed, or you can be like, no, I'm about to jump off a fucking building with my dog.
46 floors, was it?
Yeah, 46 floors.
I'm surprised she didn't explode.
I mean, it doesn't say that she didn't. Maybe she did. I mean, I guess she did. I'm sure that, her dog that she had was a rescue, which I'm sure he's like, thanks a shitload. This is not what I had in mind when you picked me up and saved me from death.
How long ago did she get him? Imagine if she just got him like yesterday. Like, I'm going to save you, buddy.
I thought it would cheer me up. It most likely was as a result of the depression, right? Or to try to ease it, I would think.
Dog, you got 24 hours.
People you start cheering me up, or shit's going to get nasty around here.
I'm going to name you Zoloft.
This is a Nailsin News Bulletin.
Florida man beat ex in response to texts about the size of his manhood. Hello, I'm Mr. Nailsin. A Florida man is behind bars on battery and burglary charges after allegedly attacking a former girlfriend who taunted him via text about having a little penis. Police allege that Rashad McGriff, 30, punched and choked the victim after showing up uninvited at her Vero Beach home. McGriff, who has a lengthy rap sheet, is currently on probation following a conviction in March for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. McGriff, the victim told police, is the father of her 3 children. Investigators say that the 42-year-old woman was in her bed when McGriff got into the house, which he has no commitments to. McGriff then allegedly punched the woman in the face and choked her, which obstructed her ability to breathe temporarily. The woman, who was bleeding from the bridge of her nose, told police that she had texted McGriff a photo of someone else's penis and advised Rashad he had a little penis. McGriff did not respond to those texts, she added, but instead arrived at her residence around midnight. McGriff had departed the woman's home before cops arrived. McGriff, who was listed as a cook in jail records, was arrested last night and booked into the county jail on $16,000 bond. A judge ordered McGriff to have no contact with the victim, who told police that she was in fear of McGriff because he had stated, "I'll kill you, bitch." The woman has previously sued McGriff 3 times for failure to pay child support. Well, it appears no matter how you look at it, McGriff just didn't measure up.
This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin.
Well, that was lovely. Don't you feel better now? Yeah. All right. Now I'll color these images and we'll wrap this up. Yeah. So there's the woman who killed her mother, and I already got rid of the other one. Oh well. Oh wait, I think I pasted it into the same thing. Oh yeah, I did. There she is. There's the Alaskan killer. So and I forget which state the other one's in. Oklahoma or something. Anyway. They shan't become acquainted. No. Yeah, she's got this kind of jet black hair here, so let's see. We'll go more comic booky type stuff. Maybe that'll work. Yep, there we go. So anyway, I just didn't want to work in a food truck. If it had been any other kind of truck, I would have given it a shot. But it wasn't. It was a food truck. Okay. Actually, we can do this. See here. Bloop. Here we go. Nope. Too late. I mean, too dark. Yeah. Bloop. There we go. And we'll put that there. Maybe that. Hmm. Here. That and that. Everything's fine now. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. See, we'll use this. And put it there. And there's her lips. You see the kind of smug look she's got? That's right. Yeah. But again, I don't know exactly when that photo was taken. It's quite possible she hadn't committed the murder of this person who, I don't know, good help was hard to find. So he said, hey, I'll take this, violent criminal to my food truck and put her to work. It'll be great. Well, I guess it wasn't. Well, there's no guessing about it. I don't think that was part of the plan. Usually isn't. That'd be something he said, hey, look, it was all his idea. He just didn't want to live anymore, so I helped him out. And then he said, hey, take whatever you want. So I took the truck and all that stuff. These things happen. And I'm like, well, you've convinced us. So you're free to go. I am? And then there you go. No, it probably won't go that way. we go. There we go. There we go again. Oops, oops, oops. Well, I'm a little pressed for time, so. Okay. On to the next one. Let's see. We do the same thing. Nah, that don't work. No. Jeez Louise. Over here. And. Alright. Okay. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Well, probably fix this with the. Now I gotta do it completely. I didn't know she had just. I didn't bother to draw the green undershirt thing. So. There we go. Yay. This'll do. Yeah, she's got her lips. Surely she will be appreciative now that she has lips. All this here. Whoops. And as per my cartoon rules, I won't color the interior of the glasses. It's just sort of a artistic license, you know. And how do I put this? It acknowledges there's a lens there, even though obviously we can look right at her picture. And well, you can see the color of her face. You can see through the lenses. Otherwise, the glasses wouldn't work, you know. In order for glasses to work, well, you got to see. Otherwise, what's the point? So, but for the purposes of cartooning, not all of them do it that way. Didn't Velma's glasses were just white in the face? You know. I mean, I can't remember. I mean, like in the original cartoon, yeah. Right, it was just very basic, and it'd just be like, dots sticking out. I don't know. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. A lot of things were a long time ago. Oh, jeez. Whoops. Good enough. There we go. Huh. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, damn it. Not being very talkative as I am dead tired. Not long after this, I will go to bed. Because then I gotta go to work. All night long. And hopefully I get enough sleep, because when I don't, jeez Louise, do I get sick. They always say you need to have plenty of sleep. Turns out it's true. Oh, yes. Okay. You see what I mean earlier when I was kind of screwed up? It looks like, I don't know, like probably the hair in the back is kind of, if not tied up, clipped or something like that. And I just didn't catch it. But hey, this will have to do. That's right. Whoops. What am I doing? Yeah. Besides, who cares? She killed her mom. All over her dumb. And I mean, I guess that's like, look, that's really stupid. She's got to be crazy. Well, is there a not guilty by reason of stupidity? Could you do that? It's like, I just don't want mommy to find out I got expelled. There we go. And there we are. Oops. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. All right. There we are. I'll put them on the thumbnail at some later point. Maybe even before I actually lay my head down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. Okay. There we go. Our deadly dames. Well, we'll have to see how that second trial turns out. And as for our Alaskan lady, who knows? Anything could happen. Maybe someone else will offer her a job at a food truck and she'll break out, be let out again. I don't know. But it's just one of those things. We'll have to see how that turns out. All right. Well, thanks for. Oh, now all of a sudden. Okay. Todd Hanley, maybe. Dougie, knew you from PCB, but was surprised to see you dabbling in the Dabbleverse too. Well, these things happen, no matter how hard you try. They keep bringing you back in. Todd Hanley, crumb-like vibes from these chicks, Doug. Yeah, I think they would fit right in. Yes, they would. Hey, Thompson, you doing okay, Doug? Well, I'm exhausted and tired. And when that happens, I kind of fall apart. So hopefully I get enough sleep sleep during the day before I go to work. And should be all right. Hey, Thompson, what did this lovely lady do for Doug's attention? Well, they both committed murders. I don't recommend that's how you get my attention. Look, I had to pull some stories for Pat's show, and these were some of the candidates. We only got to the one in orange. We didn't get to the other one. Hey, Thompson, do you have any usual characters at work that may annoy you, but others might find hilariously funny? Yes. That does happen on occasion. They do seem to move on, then there'll be another one. I don't know where all they come from. And especially now, even down south here, when we have a freeze and they're just out there with next to nothing. It's bizarre. But yeah, there's some crazy people. It's been a while since I've had any that paints the bathroom with their, refuse. So that's nice. So can't say it's been that bad. Been a long time since someone pulled a gun on me. Been a long time since someone smashed the place up and stuff like that. So hopefully none of that occurs again. Hey, Thompson, do you have any? I already read that one. Hey, Thompson, like a Jay and Silent Bob. Oh, you just mean people who show up and want to talk and stuff. No, I don't mind those guys. The cops will come around and chit chat about stuff. Then some of the people who also work around the area, they show up and all that. You shoot the shit and stuff like that, and that's about it. Usually closer to the morning hours. It's getting closer for the time for me to leave. And they'll show up and talk about this or that. Anyway, there we go. We can add these two ladies to the collection of the drawings that I have performed here on this episode of Mr. Nailsin Miscellanea, or late as fuck, or whatever. I mean, early as fuck. Jeez. Yeah, I am just falling asleep as I sit here. Wouldn't that be hilarious if I just, like that? I don't know. Do they do that with the ASMR videos? If people fall asleep to someone else's snoring? Hey, Thompson, yeah, you want the cops to hang. Yes, I do. That's right. They can stay as long as they want. All right, there we go. Sorry I didn't do very many this week. Hopefully I can get some more in next week, but I figured, hey, I'll put this in here. And more than likely I will do Sunday Comics Live Sunday morning. And that one is, I got to catch up on actual current comic books that I usually reserve for the Wednesday show. And I will be just reviewing those on the Sunday show. So we'll do that. Normally it's these public domain comics, which I read in full, but these will be some review pages, like just like maybe the first 3 or 4 pages of the comic book. I'll read it and tell you what I thought of the issue overall. And that'll be that for that episode. Then I'll have to find, again, another public domain one. And that'll be for the follow-up week. A. Thompson, like Mr. Kill Everything. Like Mr. Kill Everything. Mr. Kill Everything passes out. Yeah, I did hear that a time or two that he's passed out on a show. Look, some of them go very long, you know. It's bound to happen. Ton Hanley, pull the game in and visit the Sandman, Doug. See you in one of the verses, Dougie. Well, thanks, Todd. I'm glad you stopped by. Been a while since I've read Gaiman, and I'd read quite a bit of Sandman. You know, that was all the rage in the early 90s. But yeah, been a while since I visited all that. All the Vertigo stuff, it went to crap, and I can't remember if they said they were going to try again, but I think it was an era that came and went, you know. I don't know if they can do it. And especially with the crop of people they got now, they're not really up to it. Plus, Gaiman's had some troubles of late. So I don't know that he might have to just retire. A. Thompson, Mr. Kill Everything. Yeah, well, I got it, but I mean, it's like me kill everything. It's like the Bizarro Mr. Kill Everything. But of course, in Bizarro language, it would be akin to him saving everyone, you know. A. Thompson, good night or good morning, Doug. Well, technically, for me, it's good night. Yeah. But good morning for everybody else who has a normal life. Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? It probably would. But I'll never know. All right. So we'll talk again soon at some endeavor, probably Sunday morning. Yeah. All right. Thanks for showing up, and we'll do it again soon.